From deciding on in-person learning or virtual learning to whether students should be masked or unmasked in school. School board members like Barbara Herzog have gotten the brunt of parents and community members' anger.
Another stressor has been the lack of civility, the impatience, personal attacks, false information on social media.
In August, parents for and against masking protested at the Oshkosh Area School District's board meeting, where masking wasn't even on the agenda. Many were not wearing masks against the district's policy, forcing the board to walk out and the meeting to be postponed.
Was there any fear that it could possibly escalate beyond control?
I think that's always a concern when you have a large number of people.
Many board members have also been receiving a slew of letters, phone calls, and emails, like the one Clintonville parent Sharon Evelyn sent.
If you put my child at risk, then I will react accordingly.
Sharon Evelyn is a City of Clintonville employee, but she says that she sent that email as a concerned parent from her personal email address, not her government-issued one.
Yes, I'm a public employee, but I am a mother first and foremost, and I will always put my children and the well-being of my children first.
Evelyn's email comes after the board reversed its decision to make masks mandatory for elementary school students and instead opted to make masks optional at all grade levels just a week later. In the email, Evelyn says, quote, "I'm telling you now, if one of my kids contracts COVID because of contact at school, I will sue the pants off the school district and personally name every single board member in the lawsuit who voted against requiring masks."
That was my line in the sand. And I knew that at that point, I no longer could sit back and let those decisions be made without speaking up. You know, as a mother, it is my job to protect my children.
How do you think you would have reacted receiving these types of letters or an email like that? What do you think your reaction would be?
Had I gotten an email like that, I would have responded to that email and said, you know, I understand your concerns. Here is why we made the decision that we made. Here is why we did what we did. And I got no response from that email.
Still, Evelyn does understand the great responsibilities placed on school boards and the difficulty navigating through uncharted waters, trying to make the best decision for hundreds of children. But she says, as a parent, and regardless of being a public employee, she had every right to write that email, as any other parent has, on either side of whichever dispute.
If I don't have the right to speak up as a parent, then they don't have a right to speak up as a parent, because that's essentially what they're saying.
4%. That's the percentage of nursing homes facing staff shortages across the nation. David Mills runs 57 nursing home facilities and 11 assisted living facilities across the upper Midwest.
I don't think I've seen a more difficult time with staffing than I have today in the many years that I've been in the business. And, that's really for a lot of reasons. It's a very difficult job.
In August, President Joe Biden announced that his administration will require that nursing home staff be vaccinated against COVID-19 as a condition for those facilities to continue receiving federal Medicare and Medicaid funding. For nursing homes, like the Oddfellow home in Greenbay, CEO Charlene Everett says the mandate is the nursing home's biggest issue right now.
It so negatively could impact our workforce, and it's frightening. It's frightening as to what will happen rather.
While Everett says they're adequately staffed at the Oddfellow home right now, she says a vaccine mandate for nursing home workers could potentially change that in the future.
I anticipate that the percentage of people who are unvaccinated, a rather significant percentage of them may leave. It all depends on what the government decides to do with the mandate. If the mandate is only for nursing homes, we will lose employees, and then we will be in trouble. If the mandate is made to be all of healthcare, that levels the field a little bit better.
Everett says healthcare leaders have to learn to do things differently when it comes to their staff.
We as healthcare leaders have to learn to treat them better, train them better, perhaps make more advancement opportunities. We have to take a look at the industry and see what we're doing that we need to, not that we've done it wrong, we need to do it different.
Mills says while it's a challenging time, it's also inspiring.
With the right leadership and communication, I really believe that we're going to be able to come out of this and continue to meet the needs of our residents.
Travelers looking to save a few bucks this Labor Day weekend did not get any help at the gas station. With the national price of gas rising 3 cents last Monday, many are hoping it goes back down. Fox 11's Nick Harrington has more on how the rise in price is affecting those in Green Bay.
Gas prices are the highest they've been on Labor Day weekend since 2014. While some gas stations are as low as $2.81 in northeast Wisconsin, others are almost at $2.95. AAA reports that in Brown County, the average is $2.94.
I just hope they stop, and I hope they go back down, because it is very ridiculous.
Becky Schoten works for Clarity Care and fears the caregiver company will have to give out even more gas cards to its employees. It doesn't help that she drives a big white bus on the right.
It is $50, maybe every 2 to 3 weeks. So we're putting a lot of gas in here every month. We put at least $200 in gas a month.
Schoten isn't the only one who wants the prices to stop rising.
Wow, weird. I think the prices are just a little too high.
Larry Lewis will be driving to Chicago next weekend. He says he is lucky he isn't going this weekend and hopes prices drop soon.
We'll probably spend $30, $40 getting down there one way and $30, $40, maybe more dollars coming back. So I think we'll pay less than $100 for the 2 or 3 days.
One couple from Minnesota came to Green Bay to experience something new and added prices here are a lot cheaper than the $3.10 they pay at home.